Club members, welcome back. I was going to start today with some Christmas stuff, but I really wanted to cover something else with you. I want to show you this picture. This is a person named Gisele Pelicot. Gisele Pelicot is a hero. Gisele Pelicot is an extraordinary woman. Gisele Pelicot was drugged by her husband, I think, over a series of years. Gisele Pelicot's husband would then invite weirdos over to their place where they lived to have sex with her incapacitated body. Gisele Pelicot is a true, legitimate, 100% victim of sexual assault. Anyone who would suggest something different is out of their mind. She's unbelievable. Her story is incredible. She, and there's nothing wrong with it, she demanded that her picture be used. She demanded that her name be used because she wanted to remove the stigma attached with victims of sexual assault. That was a big deal, and it still is a big deal. Why is that important today? Because this is a gentleman who named Tony Busby. Tony Busby is the lawyer for a group of alleged victims who are suing. Tony Busby is a lawyer who is suing a group who's bringing suit on behalf of a bunch of alleged victims, alleged sexual assault victims, against P. Diddy, who, as I've said before, I've done 2 podcasts on this. He's a scumbag. He's not guilty, by the way, of what he's charged. But also Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a billionaire businessman who this guy, Tony Busby, has decided to go after. And the reason he's gone after him is because he's a greedy scumbag. That's why he's gone after Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not P. Diddy. And it's important to note that. According to Tony Busby, P. Diddy and Jay-Z raped a 13-year-old girl 24 years ago, 14 years, some stunningly long number of years ago. This guy goes out and gets this now, I think she's 37-year-old woman to come in and say, oh, I was raped at 13. I'm telling you. This is, by the way, the same guy. He represented a bunch of the women who claimed Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted those. I did 3 podcasts on that, and I pointed out in that part-time prostitutes are not victims when their clients have sex with them. You're not a victim of sexual assault when you're being paid to have sex or being paid to jack someone off. Busby did that, and remember him, during Deshaun Watson, he said, oh, I'm going to bring these to trial, whoever he doesn't settle with. He hasn't brought one to trial because they were prostitutes. They were part-time strippers, part-time massage therapists. He's done the same thing here, but in this case, it's frankly, in my opinion, worse because what he's now done is preyed out this woman, and I'm going to play you a videotape of her, and watch this till the end. When you see this videotape, it's jaw-dropping. It's jaw-dropping. This Tony Busby scumbag has gotten this woman. Let me give you some background. She has autism and now has a brain injury. So he goes out and finds an autistic, brain-damaged alleged victim who claims that 24 years ago she was sexually assaulted by Jay-Z and then P. Diddy and then Jay-Z, and there was some other celebrity woman watching the whole thing. She's adamant about it. I know it. I remember it. I was at the award ceremony. I was talking to famous stars, and I remember it. Of course, it's not true. Let me play for you the person, but here it is. I want you to listen to this. There's 2 important things in here. One is that the one of the people, she says she knew about Fred Durst and some other people, and she remembers because he had a tattoo of the Last Supper, and I remember talking to him about it because I'm religious too. 13 years old, and I'm religious too. And also that her father drove 5 hours to pick her up that night, and her father came and got her. And watch this video because you'll see none of that is true, and yet this is who is running Jay-Z through the ground, through the mud.
did run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball.
Stop you right there. Again, autistic. Nothing wrong with that. But this goes back to this Tony Busby character. You've rolled out an autistic alleged victim, and wait, it gets worse and it gets more embarrassing. Just watch.
The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs's limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo. That's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time.
This is appalling. Appalling. But this crappy lawyer who wants to do nothing but target ostensibly famous rich people, which again, nothing wrong with targeting them, but at least don't trash people's careers with a brain damaged autistic person who literally, the key part of her story, doesn't match up. Benji Madden wasn't there, literally was not there. And this is who they're rolling out to trash, another, frankly, African-American billionaire. It's bizarre. It's repulsive. But wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. Let me show you. Listen to this part. This is kind of the sad part.
At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
Jesse comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, "I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind," he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statement.
As any parent would know, the fact that if you drove, whether you're a father or a mother, aunt, uncle, whatever, if you drove 5 hours to pick up a 13-year-old, first of all, you'd be appalled. How are you 5 hours away at 13? But if you drove 5 hours to pick up your daughter and she had been sexually assaulted and you don't recall that happening, that was a father being very kind to his daughter saying, I'm not going along with your lie. I'm not going along with your lie. And it may not even be a lie. She's just being manipulated by this Busby character. It's appalling. It's appalling that you have to not listen to stupid people anymore. This is the media. The media has been driving me crazy, and this is the perfect example. This whole Jay-Z lawsuit thing should be thrown out. The media shouldn't cover it. But what do? They'll do anything they can to trash people, irrespective of if it makes no sense, irrespective if it's based upon an autistic, brain-damaged 13-year-old's recollection from 24 years ago, which her father can't confirm. You have to stop trusting the media. We have to. We have to. Politicians, the media, they're all out there just saying stupid, crazy shit. This is craziness. Running Jay-Z through the ground is craziness. It's wrong. It's wrong, and no one is going to say it apparently, but I am. I'm going to say it. Just like I'm going to say this is the Fletch Cast. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I just wanted to do that piece. It was important to do because, you know, we have a basis of knowledge. We should exercise that basis of knowledge. We should exercise common sense, and we have an obligation to do it. I'm Michael Fletcher. This is the Fletch Cast. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hate to say it, but Merry Christmas. That was a weird segue. I love you guys. This has been great. Thank you, thank you, thank you.